You are telling me that Nigerians can bring in their food. That's what you are saying.
Now, it's not what I'm saying.
Doesn't calm down. The man may be dealing with a lot more than a...
Everything is not racism, meat, especially from Africa or Asia. So we are the targets. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dammie. If you're new, welcome to my channel. Yes, on another episode of Debunking the Lies about Australia. And thank you guys so much for welcoming this series with open arms, open heart as well. The feedback has been amazing. Although, yes, of course, things like this, you don't expect everything to be positive feedback, and the negative ones are also welcome. There's expression of speech. This is the internet. Everybody can literally say what they want to say. And of course, there are some negative feedbacks that I would get. And I know that, yes, Dammie, you need to tone it down. You need to do this better. So I'm taking all on board, both the good, the bad, and the ugly, with a open heart and with a plan to change where necessary. With that said, we are on to a new episode. Another thing I wanted to say is, if there's anything you guys want me to film about, talk about, please send it to my DM on Instagram. I would really appreciate it, because I'm almost at the point where I'm running out of ideas for this series. And usually they'll be like, before you start a new series, at least have 10 topic points. I don't know why I didn't do that research before I got into it, but anyway, it's already no going back. We are making progress. So if you have any suggestions of things that people say about Australia that you've heard and you want me to react on, you want my hot take, I've lived there for few years, and you want my honest opinion, one thing you guys can be guaranteed of is the fact that Dammie will say the truth. I will say the truth. And if, rather than me lying, I would rather not talk about that thing. But you can be guaranteed that you will hear the truth from me. With that said, let's get into the topic of today. So today's topic is, before I get my phone and play the video that let's say it, actually someone sent it to me, and that's why I said, you guys, please send me your suggestions, or if there's anything you want me to talk about. So someone sent me this particular video, which I've watched a long time ago. It's even very old, but you people like recycling old news and still putting it on the internet. I think this happened maybe pre-COVID. It's a while back. Anyway, is the fact that it's a very popular understanding that people think that you cannot bring food into Australia. I remember very well that even before I moved to Australia, I used to say that Australia, because if you watch Australian Border Force, like there's Border Force I used to watch when I was in the UK back then, and by the time they are showing the Australian Border Force, the way they seize everything and anything. So even when I was coming, I remember when my brother came to Australia in 2017. We did not pack any food for him. We followed him. He's a boy. Number one, the fact that he's a boy, he doesn't care about anything. And number two, we were just like, don't take any food to Australia. Don't let them return you at the airport. We followed him to the airport with just one bag. That's when my brother came, my immediate brother. So we had that mindset that you cannot bring food into Australia. But by the time we were coming in, so he came in 2017, I came in 2019. What we did was we did our research and went to the Australian Air Force page. And there are lots of information I'll be putting in this video that would help you. Links to the Australian Border Force, links to Department of Agriculture, Fisheries and Forestry, Therapeutic Goods Administration. I will put the link to all the sites in the description so that you can check it for yourself. So the truth is, food is allowed in Australia, but what type of food and how should it be packaged? Pre-COVID, when we came in, we brought in all sort of food, but number one thing that is very important in Australia is declare it. Even when you're unsure, just declare everything. When you're unsure, is this not allowed? Declare everything. They don't have a problem with you bringing these things, except when they've already said something is a contraband. Even when you are not sure and you brought it, just declare it. That's the first step. The second step is, there are a lot of things that are not allowed in Australia. And like I was saying, pre-COVID, you can literally bring your food in. You go to Igbo markets. I lived in Lagos, sorry. Blend your, you know the way you go to all those malam? Blend your crayfish, blend your goosey, blend everything and just put it in bags and bring it. Label them. Just handwritten label. You use a Ziploc bag. Pre-COVID, all of this was allowed, right? Post-COVID, then they came with the story of it needs to be commercially packaged. And I know that I've done several videos, which I will also link in this video and also put in, I'll link some of them here. I've done several videos explaining how you need to bring your Nigerian foods into Australia. It has to be commercially packaged. Commercial. And when I'm commercial, It's just printing, has to be printed. Or if you don't want stress, you just like, if you can't go to Ingbo and buy, you can't print, you can't do all those things. Go to Ebano supermarket and shop from there. Shop all those pre-packed things. They pre-pack egusi in Ebano. We has label, it has NAFDAC number. A lot of people do it. Or go on Instagram. There are certain people who already pre-pack their food that you can bring to Australia. Rocky Foods is very popular. How this lady I buy from, this Alaba woman I buy from, I'm going to check my email and quickly, because she's like a crayfish ogbono is very good. I buy from her. So let me just Udi Foods. I've not even checked and I remember. The second person is Udi Foods on Instagram. I go see ogbono, a palm oil is very good and is branded. Just tell them that you are packing for Australia. Let them package all these things for you if you don't want to go through the stress. But in saying all of that, let me play the video that we are reacting to today. But the fact that they said Nigerian food is not accepted in Australia, it's a big fat lie, or I'll call it a misconception. We just don't understand how they want it. And in this video, it was also alleged, oh, it's because the person is a Nigerian. Bro, no. Chinese people, they face worse. Go and watch Australian Border Force. You will know that they don't joke. It's not because you are black. It's not because, no, don't let it get it mixed up. I'm not saying that some people will not be particularly racist towards you. Some people, they're just looking for you breaking the rule like this, something that they can easily correct, and then racist behavior would come out. They can't hide it. I agree. But there's a lay down rule. Every food item that is coming into Australia must be commercially packaged so that they can read the ingredients and understand what it is. I personally, in one of the videos I would have linked up, I went to Nigeria in 2022, and when I came back, I brought yam. I wasn't sure that yam was accepted or not. I said that when I went to the website I will link, they allow people from Fiji to bring in yam. If Fiji can bring in yam, why can I not bring in yam? I brought in yam, I declared it, they seized it in front of me, they emptied it in the dustbin in my presence. Imagine carrying yam from the whole of Nigeria, bringing it to Australia, almost 30,000 kilometers, and then they emptied it in the dustbin. So that's one. The next item my brother was seized was, and I brought a lot of things. That video will tell you. I showed everything. I unpacked my box on camera. The next item my brother was seized then was my fish. I brought several types of fish. And there was one particular bag that they seized and put in the dustbin. That fish was even so expensive. I remember my mom swore that she would never send fish to Australia again. Now, do I know how much she bought that fish? And why did they seize that fish? It was commercially packed, but they only seized that fish. I even told them, can I make a video before you guys throw it away? And I did make a video out there. I told them, oh, I'm going to tell my people so that people don't also make this mistake. And why they seized that particular fish was just because it had some live ants. You have tried something for a long time and just left it. You can put anything. So if they see any form of rodent at all in its minimal form, they would seize that item and trash it. Me and Angela, we've done cargo before. And few weeks later, we've even almost finished eating we did cargo. Maybe the cargo came in September or October. Australian Border Force called me in December, I remember very well, maybe November, a month after or so, and said, hey, Dammie, we're calling from the Australian Agric. It was the Agric department. What's the name of this department? I have them listed here. So it was the Department of Agriculture, Fisheries and Forestry. And they called me that said, oh, Dammie, the sea cargo that came, as part of our check, I think they've checked one of the items that came on that cargo. And they found one particular item that had rodents. And they're asking me that can they recover the things that I was delivered? I'm like, excuse me? I don't chop them. I don't chop them. 2 months after, too late. So that's how it works here. Any form of rodent can literally, imagine a whole cargo came. They found rodents in one person's item. They now want to come and check my own item. This cargo landed in Sydney. I live in Brisbane. See how far they would go. And to them, they're just they're trying to save the environment, or I don't know, they just don't want different things coming to the country. It is highly regulated, but things are allowed. But let's react to this video. I feel like I've already did the intro. Jeez, the intro is already almost 10 minutes. Damn. Maybe I'll insert it at the beginning, but let's get into the video. I didn't know how to save it. It was from Instagram, so I had to screen record it.
The food that I give to my children, that is the food that I brought in this country many times. You are telling me that Nigerians can bring in their food. That's what you are saying.
No, it's not what I'm saying.
Then go and find out.
No, so what I'm saying is that unless I know exactly what this food is...
How am I going to explain it to you then? This is a custard powder, custard.
But I don't know that. Unless I have the box that has the ingredients...
I have to go and transport it from Nigeria and come and show you.
Okay, well, the options are...
Does other countries bring in their food into Australia?
They do.
Did you ask me to declare it? I declared it. That is a food.
Sir, just because you've declared it doesn't mean it's allowed in. We must...
Without a commercial label, officers have no way of knowing exactly what is in the packets or if the contents pose a quarantine risk.
There is a label there. It's written. The first one you took is written custard powder. I'm not going to bring in the container because it's too big. What am I going to feed my children? Something else? I'm not going to allow you to take it, man. I'm not going. Seriously, I'm not going to allow you to take it.
Well, I'm
going. Who is your supervisor? If you seriously, I'm going to take you to court over this. I have to speak to your supervisor, and I'm ready to do anything. I'm going to stand. You can test or do anything. I'm not going to allow you to take my food.
I'll call my supervisor.
Yeah, call your supervisor.
But if he doesn't calm down, the man may be dealing with a lot more than a supervisor.
Anyway, that's the video. Sadly, I understand his pain. I understand his plight. And from what I can see in the video, and I'm not saying for sure, because again, I don't say what I don't know. I suspect that is pap. So you will dry pap and bring to Australia. But it was just in the transparent bag labeled with pen. And he said he has brought it in before. So I want to believe. Again, I've not spoken to this man. I don't know. This is based on assumption. So what I think has happened is in the past, he must have traveled to Australia pre-COVID and they allowed him. There was no issue. And then he traveled back home post-COVID, tried to bring in pap and they seized it. So that's what I suspect happened. And they said it in the video. You need your items to be properly labeled so that they know what you are bringing in. That's all. You can literally bring in anything so far it is allowed, but make sure you also check. If you go to the website, I'm going to show you. I'm going to link in the description. It says items not allowed, items you need to declare, fish, anything. There are many things that are allowed. The guy that was reacting to this video was saying Australia needs to calm down. It's racism. Everything is not racism. And I've always said it on this page. Everything is not racism. Sometimes you need to take a step back and understand where they are coming from. That's the law of their country. So you either take it or you leave it. But even the Bible says that give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. We chose to come here. And at the same time, we must choose to abide by the law of that country. That's what they want. We need to be able to live with it. And that's how they've been managing their country for donkey years. And that's why it's good for some of us to be able to come in. I'm sure no matter with all the fights he did, he has just given himself a reason why they will always check him anytime he steps out of this country with all the arguments. Very unnecessary, because I can tell you for sure, the way he spoke, they will still not give it to him. They are strict like that. They will still not give him those items. So what's the point? You understand what I mean? So it's just making sure that you check what you're bringing in. They are allowed. They are not one of the prohibited items. I'm just trying to see if I can see some of the things I've checked before. So, of course, you can't bring in weapons, anything. But if you're bringing in animal produce, it has to be dried. You can't bring them in fresh. So, what can you not bring into Australia? You can't bring in fresh fruits, even fruits that they'll give you on the plane. And you can't bring it into Australia. Apple, you cannot bring it. That's just the law. You know, all those can't bring them fresh. So you can bring in every other thing so far it's commercially packed in original sealed packaging. You can bring them in if they are original. So see, they said they are banned. See what they said here. Banned/restricted items. Fresh fruits and vegetables, raw eggs, dairy products, seeds, meat, especially from Africa or Asia. So we are the target. So why will we play into their hands? It looks like we are the actual target, because I've never even seen this when they said, especially from Africa or Asia. And the belief is that there are certain sicknesses or diseases back there that they don't want to bring to their country. Hence the strict control, because Indians also face very similar restrictions. Also, it's never a Nigerian thing. Like, this man was the first time I'm seeing a Nigerian on the Australian border force and then going wild like that. Most of the times, Asians are the people we see, Chinese and all those people, because you also have interesting. Sorry, my legs are hurting. I need to change my sitting position. Oh, I think I'm better now. Sorry about that. So Asians are the people that I see that experience this type of tight scrutiny. Oh, jeez, English is hard, man. But anyways, so what other things are not allowed? Animal products includes jerky, dried meat, skin, feathers, skin, mama. Feathers, bones, and untreated hides. Even leather items like drums or ornaments can be a problem. So just be careful. Other things that are not allowed: flowers, soil. Don't go and be bringing your weed that you want to come and plant here, or all those interesting things. They are not allowed. Medicine and herbal remedies. You can bring prescribed medication, but it must be declared and kept in original packaging with the prescription. Herbal medicines. Have you seen somebody bring babalawo things before at the airport? Oh God, I've seen a lot on these channels, on their program when they're searching people. Herbal remedies, powders or teas must be declared. They often get confiscated if they are not properly packaged and presented. So you can bring some of these things. It's just presentation is very important. And if we are coming here, let's just abide by the law. So there's also another list. What can you bring? You can bring in snacks. So far, they are store-bought, like biscuits and chips. You can bring in baby food, medications. So far, you have your prescription. If they are highly regulated goods, you need prescriptions. And even with your medications as well, you need to declare it. Just declare it. Just don't cause trouble for yourself. Declare it. Me as I am like this. Anytime I go to Africa and come back, I know they will search me because the number of things that they collected from me back in 2022 was a lot. So I know they will always check me, and I've lost hope on it. So I don't really care. Even though I did not cause trouble, as they were searching me, I was just giving them everything. I didn't even care. So imagine if I now cause trouble, because when I went to London, they searched me as well. I went to London and came back, they searched me. So I went to UK in 2022. I went to London 23. So I'm already used to it. I don't care. But the interesting thing is, I went to Maldives, right? They did not search me when I came back. Even though Neha had chocolates that we bought in our bag, packed chocolate that we bought from the duty free. And she declared it, and the officer was like, oh my gosh, you're too extra. Why are we declaring chocolate that we can go? But maybe because of where we are coming from, they know that we are coming from Maldives / Singapore. There's really nothing we can bring in. They didn't search me. Or maybe that warrant to be searching me every time is over. But that reminds me, I actually came on my Australian passport. Again, who knows? It's not enough that you don't declare. If you don't declare, they would fine you. And about $2,660 on the average is what they find. So it's better to declare. And they tell you didn't need to declare this than not to declare, as Neha was saying that day. Because I was like, Neha, why are you declaring chocolate for crying out loud? She's like, it's better to be safe than sorry, which is so true. Because if they fine you, that's a lot of money, bro. So with that, I think I've been able to clear and touch on every point I wanted to touch on. Food, you can bring food to Australia. That's a very important thing. You can bring food to Australia. You just need to comply with the rules, that they are properly clean, commercially packed. You buy them fresh. Don't leave them for so long so that there are no rodents of any form in those items. And I'll leave you with some certain tips. Number one, always declare. If you're unsure, just declare. Number two, use the beacon site, the system, to check if what you're bringing, because sometimes, right, you want to declare and them disposing it can be really painful. So I would link the biosecurity site or the system in the description, where you can go to and check if the things you're bringing in are actually allowed, so that you're not wasting your money. So like I said, check the beacon sites, the system, to be sure that what you're bringing in is going to be allowed and not confiscated. And finally, I would say stay updated. Australian regulations changes from time to time. Again, where to find the most updated information would always be the website I'm going to link in the description, because they would do well to update all the data there. So that's it about today's video. I hope it helps, and I hope it stops them wasting our money, because African food is not like they are even cheap. African foods are actually so expensive. So confiscating them is quite painful, and I understand the pain of this man, because where will you see fresh pap in Australia except you want to make it by yourself? So I understand his plight. I know where it's coming from, but keep yourself updated. That's the only way we can equip ourselves, and just abide by the rule and regulation of the country we chose to come and live in. Simply, that's about it. So I hope this video helps you. Make sure you always check that the items you're bringing in are permitted items, and I hope this video helps you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, share, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.